I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we are going to learn strategy to sketch graph of absolute functions. The question before us is sketch f of x equals to absolute value of x cubed minus x. Now the strategy here is to first sketch the inside function, right? So let me rewrite this as f of x equals to absolute value of g of x. That is the inside function, right? So to sketch, what we will do here is adopt a very simple strategy, and that is step number one, sketch inside function, right? So we'll say sketch inside function. Now in our case, we have purposely written the function as combination of two, right? Absolute value of g of x. Now g of x for us in this case is equals to x cubed minus x. So first we are going to sketch the inside function, right? Now let me show you the sketch. G of x, it's a cubic function. We could actually factor this. So if I factor x, I get x squared minus 1, and x squared minus 1 can also be factored. So you get x plus 1 times x minus 1. So that is g of x. To sketch this function, we know we have three zeros. One is at 0, the other one is at minus 1, and then we have one at plus 1. Leading coefficient is positive, therefore right side is up. So we can sketch this, a function kind of like this. So here's a rough sketch. Okay, so that is the function g of x. So let me write this as g of x here. So first step is sketch the inside function, and the second step is to sketch f of x. And how will you do that? Now we need to now sketch absolute value. Absolute value is that you are expecting a positive value, right? So wherever you see negative portion, you reflect that on x-axis. So we'll write here second step as reflect negative portion on x-axis. So that is our second step. What I'm trying to say here is that in this graph, you will notice that is a negative portion. Absolute value is always positive, right? So you cannot have negative, so we'll reflect this. So that is how we are going to reflect. And here also we have negative portion, so that will be kind of like this. So what we get is the graph of our function f of x. Do you see that in green? So that is f of x. So that is how in two steps you can very easily sketch any absolute function, right? So that is, I hope, a very straightforward strategy to adopt. Now let us take a practice question here. Let me give you one question as f of x equals to, I'll write it in factored form. Let us say x times x minus 1 whole square, right? Let me write this as a function. So the question for you is to sketch f of x, which is absolute value of x times x minus 1 whole square. Follow the strategy which you have learned in this video and sketch the graph of f of x. I'm Anil Kumar, and I hope these two steps help you to sketch any absolute function with ease. Thank you and all the best.